Okay, so we've discussed how others sabotage us, but there's one other person we must be aware of as we think about that. Now, this person has the most power over us, and that is ourselves. We ourselves have patterns of behavior that we use to sabotage ourselves. These are the excuses that we use. One, we say people can't really change. I'm the way I am, I can't really change. So we sabotage our lives because we don't believe we or anyone else can change. It's the leopard can't change their spots saying. But the truth is that although there are limits to how much people can change, the fact is we can't change. Change is possible, but we have to want the change and we have to want to take the necessary actions to change. The other thing is that we think our situation or our circumstance is special, that it's different somehow from what others have faced or are facing. Well, this is really amusing because it's all bunk. We use that as an excuse. Well, it works for them or it might work for them, but it won't work for me because my situation is different. And so we really choose to live that lie. The next thing is that we tell the story. Oh, I had a bad childhood, as an example. So we place a lot of emphasis on our past and we use it as an unsurpassable obstacle. It becomes an excuse for having a crappy life and for not having the courage to do anything to change it. And so we continue to live in that story. Then we go to the I'm too old or I'm too young. And, we use all sorts of excuses, but I think this one is the most devious. So this really stops us from doing what we really need to do. Age is an obstacle we can maneuver around. It should not be an excuse for not getting what we want. The other thing we do is we say, I'll start tomorrow, so we procrastinate. Oh, sure, we put it off until tomorrow, but why can't we do it today? So what happens is we'd wait till tomorrow, and then tomorrow we put it off until the next day, and so on. And so we keep doing that over and over again. And so what we have to do is we have to realize that every self-sabotaging behavior, we always have a reason to justify it. We are the strongest justifiers of our self-sabotaging behavior. So how do you tackle self-sabotaging behavior? You have to be your own gatekeeper. You have to realize that if you really want to correct it, you have to be the gatekeeper of your thoughts and your actions and your decisions, or even your non-actions in some cases. You really need to examine your thoughts and change them to see if they're self-sabotaging or are they really being supportive. The other thing is you have to examine your behavior for your self-sabotaging actions. And then you have to understand the reasons why you sabotage yourself and let go of them. You have to really focus on ending the cycle of the self-sabotaging behavior by practicing the 4 steps that I just mentioned on a regular basis. Really doing some inner work to understand what's going on with you and why you choose to sabotage yourself in that way. Now, in terms of other people that are sabotaging, what do you do? How do you handle them? Well, you have to be secure in yourself. You will find that the more secure you are in yourself and the more you believe in yourself, the less impact they'll have on your life. You have to uncover your own authentic self and rise above the drama. Laugh at the situation, but you need to also stay on track and keep your course. The other thing is really feel compassion for that other person, because the truth is that people who try to sabotage other people are usually so unsure of themselves that they tend to attempt to elevate themselves by putting everyone else down. So, maybe you have to find the courage to cut off contact. This will, of course, feel a little fearful at first, because you become worried of how it will turn out, and but you must know that that person, as they try to wound you, they themselves are wounded, and the words and the actions that they use are their defense mechanisms. So your defense mechanism has to be that you will avoid being around mean and unkind words and actions. Now, the other thing is, you have to be the person to others that you want others to be to you. And you need to surround yourself with people that are supporting, loving, caring, and people who genuinely want to see you succeed. And finally, the big piece is to forgive. Because in forgiving, you release fear. Do not allow the lack of forgiveness to bind you to misery and then self-sabotage.